Andrew here from Underground Training, and in this week's episode of On the Crew, we're going to have a look at how you can create your own mining-friendly resume using the training. But first, I just want to jump over and have a look at one of the reviews that got left by one of the guys that recently got a job. Melvish got himself a job in Queensland with one of the owner-operators on the gold mine. So let's just have a read of what Melvish had to say with his review. The training from Underground Training goes a long way once you actually get out on site. Your first swing underground can be pretty daunting, no doubt about it, but if you already know what you're getting yourself into and understand the lingo and on site, it makes a massive difference. By the end of your first swing, you'll be laughing. Even after I started work, I found myself going back through the content just to double check certain things. It really helped and cleared things up quickly. It's definitely an investment, but worth every dollar. Andrew has been a legend through the whole process as well. Thanks, Melvish. Always there to help with applications, interviews, and pointing you in the right direction. Yeah, we did do a couple of interview prep sessions and he did have a few questions along the way. Took him a little bit longer than we probably would have wanted him to get his first job, about 6 months, but he got there in the end and he ended up getting a really good job. If you're serious about getting into mining, Workready is the package and the way to go. So that's a guy that's come from a background, he was in the freight industry before he started in mining, and he's used the training 100% to get himself a job. And the reason that he got the interviews for the service crew job that he actually got was the same reason that we're going to look at with the resumes today. First off though, but people want to know about there's actually jobs out there. So if we jump onto Seek and type underground in, you'll see all the jobs come up from around the country. And there's lots around there. And we'll also have a look at our mining atlas. So this is programmed in with all the gold and copper mines around the country. These are all the mines that are actually looking for people. So you can see there's work all over the country. Now, if we jump over to our mining resume page, so this is in our new starters column, and this is all the way down the bottom, mining resumes before and after. And so we give you an example of what they look like before and after. And this is a really good example of what before looks like. So this is what a lot of the resume companies are trying to do in one form or another. And this works if you're going for a civil or a shutdown or a construction job because you've got all your R2 tickets. But at the moment, there's no work in those areas. Where there's work is in the hard rock underground mines. So there's jobs all over the country. Prybar are looking for full crews not only in Tasmania but also in Queensland, and you can just see all the jobs come up. The other thing about these jobs is that you'll notice that a lot of these jobs are older and they're still up. That means that the employers are still looking for people, that they haven't found or they're still onboarding people for these jobs, because unfortunately they are just pouring through people in these jobs. And you know, Northern Star would be a good example of that. Well, all the companies do. If you go in green, so you've got no mining knowledge on day one, it's more than 50% failure rate because people just don't know what they're getting themselves into. That was the whole point behind us as shift bosses writing the training, to give you a vehicle so you can understand how it all works and you can speak the language, culture and systems of work when you actually get there. But these jobs here, they're still worth applying for, but you'll probably have a situation where somebody's been hired for this job through this job ad a month ago, and they've probably already been to site and failed. That's how quickly this stuff can turn over. So if we jump back over to the bog standard resume that normally gets written for you, if I'm looking at this as a foreman, there's nothing on here that's piquing my interest. If anything, it's just turning me off. The reason it's turning me off is because of all these R2 tickets that you expect me to look at and be impressed by. Whereas with what I do on my mine site, I have to issue all my own equipment tickets, all my own procedures, all my own on-site inductions. So I can't use any of this stuff. And as you read through, like with this stuff, you've really only got 6 seconds because they get so many resumes through and they're looking for so many people. I'd probably look at that and go, and maybe put it to one side if, you know, I didn't have anything else to look at, but probably that's just going into the no pile straight away. Whereas if you do the training and follow the instructions on how to redo your resume, instantly my interest gets piqued because I can see that you've done the underground training course. And the reason that my interest gets piqued is because I get to call you up and ask you the basic questions about mining. And if you understand how it all works, and you can tell me what you're going to do if a rock slides down your scaling bar, or what you're going to do if you smell stench gas, or the difference between primary and secondary ventilation and all that sort of stuff, then I've probably got somebody that I can onboard quickly and get up to speed within a couple of swings, so 3 to 4 to 5 weeks. Everybody else that goes in green, it's going to take me 2 to 3 months to get you up to speed, and it's more than 50% failure rate, unfortunately. But as soon as I read this, that your objective is to get a start as a nipper or a truck driver or service crew, so you're actually talking about the jobs that I'm looking for at the moment. Whereas the other one isn't even talking about any jobs. It's just a stab in the dark. They're just going for everything over here. And that's not the way to do it at the moment, especially with the big downturn in shutdown work. The utility jobs, unfortunately, they get 1,000 backpackers every week coming into the country that are all looking for these utility jobs. If you've noticed one thing about the utility jobs that have come up, the price has gone down for them. They're paying them just close to minimum wage, and the reason they're paying them just close to minimum wage is because they've got 1,000 people a week coming into the country all wanting these jobs. They don't like using the working holiday visa people for the mining jobs. They will if you go to a country town and they've got nobody else. So that's my suggestion if you're a working holiday visa person and you want one of these actual mining jobs. But if you're an Australian or a New Zealand citizen, then if you do the training, put it on the front page of your resume like this. Put a clear objective out there that you've done it and that you want a job as a nipper or a truck driver or an offsider or a member of service crew or pace crew or an AGI driver. You'll get a call back. They're looking for people everywhere that know how it works, because when you know how it works, you become an easy win for the employers. And all you're doing is putting down what licenses you've got. You'll notice that we have included the R2 articulated haul truck ticket. The reason that we've included that one in there is because you had it already, and yeah, we use articulated haul trucks underground. But even though it won't be the same sort of truck as that they've done their ticket on, because none of the companies around the country that are issuing R2 tickets can afford to buy an underground dump truck, because they cost between $4 and $6 million each. That's why when they train you up on these dump trucks, it'll be actually in the mine and it'll be a working truck. And then you're just putting your experience down, some interests, and a couple of contactable references. If you don't have the references on there, if you've got references available on request, your resume is going to get booted straight away. You need the references there. But that's a simple, neat resume that's going to get read. It's going to be put into the right pile. You'll end up getting callbacks from it. All the people that have done the training have done it. So if you come back over here, you'll be able to see there's a whole heap of people that have done the training that have gotten jobs. It's not hard. You can go through them. And we also do the Wall of Fame page in our courses column. And these are all the people that sent us congratulations texts and told us that they did the course and how they got themselves a job. So there's lots of work out there. It's just a matter of giving them what they want and then putting it into the right sort of resume that's going to get read. And the reason that this thing gets read is because it's got how a mine works, it's got scaling, watering down, basic service crew work, general mining information, operating a truck, driving a truck up and down a decline. This is just going to set the applicant tracking system off, because these are all the things that they want somebody with 6 months truck driving experience to have on their resume. So if you've got that on there, it's going to trigger it and it's going to help you get a job. But if you're trying to get into the mining industry, the best way in is to do one of our packages. There's full instructions on how to redo it yourself in the DIY package. If you want it done for you, we do a full resume service for $330. And as you can see, these resumes that we get you to make, you wouldn't be using it for anything else but going and getting one of these hard rock underground mining jobs. That's what it's there for, is to go and get your proper mining job. You wouldn't be using it to go and get a civil job or a construction job or something else like that. You're only using this to get yourself a mining job. But there's lots out there, and if you want help with the prep, we've got the Workready Package where you get an experienced shift boss like myself to mentor you. So it's our job to make sure that you've understood all the mining information. There's heaps of work around the country, as you can see from the the jobs on Seek. So if you just type underground in, you'll see all of them come up. And you can also have a look back through our social media. We post jobs regularly, and we also post videos about the industry and what's going on. But I hope you found that information helpful. It's not hard to do one of these resumes. It's pretty easy. There's full instructions in the back of the Australian Mining Seminar on how to do it. It's pretty easy to put it together. It only takes an hour to 2 hours to do it. But like I said, if you want help doing it, we can help you put something together like this for you with our in-house team. I hope you found that information helpful. And if you're trying to get into the industry, check out the training at undergroundtraining.com.au. Or if you want to talk to somebody that knows how the industry works, the phone number's at the end of the video.